we go. Good. Okay, so then you guys can also have the replay and you can share it around too if you love the class. And if you don't, then don't share the replay. If this never happened. Okay, who's new to Kundalini yoga? Your first time ever? Oh, amazing. Okay, how about online? Anyone out here new to Kundalini? Let's see, my view is funny on this too. No, I know all of you guys on here. Kirti, Amaryllis, Jess, Mary Quinn. Who else is here? Kathleen, hi. Satnam, good to see you on here. And Joey. Joey got held up in the Hamptons. I mean, because of the global, outage and stuff. She had to extend her trip a little longer and couldn't be here today. Julie, hi. Satnam, good to see you. Candace, my mom, of course, and Kylie. Okay, great. The whole team is here. So we have quite the powerful full moon happening today. A lot of things are moving in everyone's lives, and it's really powerful when we get together like this, because when we take a moment to actually let ourselves relax, let ourselves meditate, because that's what meditation really creates, is a relaxation. And I think we can get very lost in this sort of state of using meditation to get what we want. Now, what's the problem with that? We don't know what we want. Am I right or wrong about this? You think you know what you want, right? So there's all these things you're like, okay, I want to move to Sedona. I want a husband. I want a dog. I want a child. I want to just name it. Okay, whatever the thing is that you're like, this new car would just do it for me. I went car shopping last week. It was a whole thing. I've never actually gone car shopping on my own, and like, wow, what a I mean, like whatever meditative practice I've ever done, you would never think I've done it, because after, I think he gave me 8 prices, by the 8th price, I just ripped him. I was like, sir, I am a straight shooter. Why has the price changed 8 times? I'm like, this is the price on the website. This is the car and I want it. And you going to give me this price. Why are you not giving me this price? And he was like, ma'am, I'm doing my best. I'm like, anyways, the point is that it's challenging being on this planet, right? And so we think we want these things that we want, and then we get them, and it just creates more problems. There's this sort of saying where it's like, if you have a house, you have house problems. If you have a partner, you have partner problems. If you have kids, you have kid problems. If you have a car, you have car problems, right, Lauren? Lauren's car got up to the top of Airport Mesa a few days, like, I don't know, 4 days ago or something. It was Andrea Wright's birthday, the crystal situation. And she gets her car up there and she finally sits down after like the longest day of your life. Yeah. And she, the waiter comes over to the table and goes, does anyone have a white? And we're both like, cause we both have white cars. We're like, Durango. And I'm like, no, I don't. And Lauren's like, I do. And I was like, oh no. And here we are. We're like, okay, the lights are on, just something. And they're like, ma'am, your radiator exploded. And we're like, what? Like it exploded. So hi, Sanam. Do you actually mind sitting over here? I'll put the thing down just so then people can still see on the live stream. So yeah, it's challenging, right? So the more things that you want, the more things that you get, essentially the more problems that you have, quote unquote. And then you look around and you're like, why are there so many problems? And it's like, because you've created them. These are self-generated issues. I was also watching this interview with this, he's the guy who created Telegram. Have you seen him? He's the CEO or founder, creator, whatever. And I mean, so this is like he's like a billionaire. This is a huge app. This is a majorly successful thing. And he's saying to this interviewer, he's like, I don't own anything. And the interviewer's like, what? Why? Like, no houses, no islands, no nothing. Like, you have all of this cash. Why not own anything? And he's like, I value my freedom. He's like, if I own something, I'm married to a place. If I, have all these places and these yachts and whatever, then I have to manage the staff. If I have all this stuff, then I have to do stuff with it. So that's someone who's thinking very differently about the kind of sequence that you're starting. And if I could give one kind of like intentional flow around this moon, this is a Capricorn full moon. Anyone who's a Capricorn, you got lots of Capricorn. Stephanie's like, yes, I'm Capricorn. Anyone else? Yeah, of course. She just opened her second brick and mortar just like overnight. Capricorns get shit done on this planet. Thank God for the Capricorn energy in all of us, because we're able to create and build and stuff. But the thing that I want you to think about is just building intentionally and really thinking about the sequences that you're starting. The smart Capricorn knows the sequence that it's creating by saying, okay, yes, I'm going to sign this lease. Yes, I'm going to create this flow. Yes, I'm going to do this. And what is the most important part about that sequence? Do you guys know that any sequence that you start, it can be a relationship, it can be this class, it can be your day, the commitment. What's another word for it? The intention. The intention sets everything. If you have a good intention behind whatever you're doing, it will totally change the entire rest of the sequence. So your starting point is your intention. If you have a pure intention, then that will set the right flow. Now, what is purity? What is a pure, we talk about this a lot in Kundalini yoga. We talk about pure projection, and that's the main meditation that I have for us today. It's about connecting to our pure projection, which has this kind of purity of our intention. Do you guys know what the pure projection is, or what can you think about what that might be? And you guys can drop it in the chat too.
Like coming from God.
Coming from God, yeah. That's a great way of saying it. You could say coming from God, coming from infinite. Sometimes what I hear is like, well, I want this, so I'm going to purely focus on this thing that I want. That's a totally wrong understanding of pure projection. Pure projection is letting the infinite flow through you, and there's a relaxation to that, because it's kind of none of your business how things happen, why things happen. It's you being a vehicle of that energy to flow through you, letting that infinite energy flow through you. And what Yogi Bhajan says, and he says this right before he teaches the meditation that we're going to do today, he says, if you give yourself into infinity, it will give you back tenfold. So if we take our intention and the things that we think that we want and all of that, and instead we say, look, I'm going to work for infinity, work for this infinite flow, work for the purity that's in me, that's the same as in everyone else. And keep that as my base level motivation and connecting to that in myself, and then seeing it in everyone that I connect with. Your whole life is going to be different. Everyone who's going to come into contact with you is going to be uplifted by that. But just majorly, incalculably changed by that. Then anything that you build also is embedded with that code, with that DNA of this infinite flow, infinite expansion. And then the things that you build, they will have a life of their own. And even when they have their quote unquote, problems, like, oh, you have a car problems, you have a house problems. At least when your radiator explodes, it explodes on airport Mesa vortex. And she made it up the Mesa. It didn't explode while she was driving. It didn't explode, wherever. It exploded up, probably some aliens zapped it or something up there. We don't know. I mean, it was like a magical night. There was like a rainbow and like a monsoon in the distance and all of this stuff. So that's the powerful place that we can come from on this full moon. It's also conjunct Pluto with it, which is this death and rebirth, which to the yogi, that's what we're here for. We're here for that constant, like, just strip it down. We don't want just this like humdrum and like, everything's so beautiful and love and light. Like Pluto and the death and rebirth and the real infinite flow. Sometimes there's a wrath to it. Sometimes there's a explosion to it. Sometimes there's a burning down of it. And then the purity comes through because of that. It totally just strips away anything that's unnecessary, anything that's not real, anything that's not true, like with a capital T. And often those kind of problems that you're like tussled up with and like going crazy over, they're not real. They're not you. They're not they're not meant, or maybe you built them under kind of false pretenses. Make sense? Okay, so now we're going to tune in and do some yoga. That's just my little spiel about this moon and about the intention. And I want you today, starting now, as we're tuning in, we tune in with the mantra Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. This is a really, really powerful mantra. This is the code to your higher self, to the universe, and to the flow of the lineage here. And in the lineage here, we have Guru Ram Das, we have Baba Siddhi Chand. Baba Siddhi Chand is actually Guru Nanak's son. And some of us actually went to Baba Siddhi Chand's Gurdwara in India just a couple months ago, and we got this image of him there. It was the only one. Finding images of Baba Siddhi Chand is not easy. Tara in the back is like, I know, because we're always looking for images of Baba Siddhi Chand. He's sort of this like elusive yogi. And he as the son of Guru Nanak, he was actually a renunciate yogi, which isn't common in the Sikh tradition. They're usually householders like us. We're householders. We have jobs, we have homes, we have kids, we have beautiful, complicated lives. He was a renunciate, and he meditated in a spot in India for 64 years. And we went and we visited it. It was a pure land. I mean, it was just like, you can't help. It's like walking into the air-conditioned room, you feel cooler. We walked into that place and we were all like, oh my God. So Baba Siddhi Chand, he's one of the lineage holders of the Kundalini yoga, of this Raj yoga. And then Guru Ram Das came after him, and they did meet, and their meeting was fabled to be when the Raj yoga was handed to Guru Ram Das from Baba Siddhi Chand. It happened on the road in India when Guru Ram Das basically bowed down to Baba Siddhi Chand and wiped his feet with his beard. Because Baba Siddhi Chand's like, why do you guys have such long beards? What's the deal with that? And he said, it's to wipe the feet of, to clean the feet of saints like you. And in that moment, that because of the devotion, because of the understanding, that's when the guruship, everything was handed to Guru Ram Das in that moment. So it's really, really powerful. And then of course we have Yogi Bhajan, who I have over here, which is a Tradikam. So this is actually the entire lineage of Kundalini yoga is held in that gaze that's in that picture. It's kind of, some people, it's a very creepy picture at first, but then you look at it and it's super powerful. It's not, he says, it's not him as a man. It's actually the entire lineage, the projection of the lineage through that picture. And you put it on a colored background when you look at it, and it can really be a massively transformational experience just to look at the picture. Like when you need something, you look at it and you go, look, I don't know what to do. That's how I got this studio, by the way. That's how I ended up in Sedona. I looked at all these guys and I said, look, I don't know what to do. I was in New York. It was COVID. I'm like, I have a studio. I want to teach. You guys want me to teach or something? I don't know. I work for you guys. If you want this to happen, make it happen and I'll do my part. I make this bet all the time with all of them because I work for many, many beings here. And I go, look, I work for you. I'm doing my part. You know, you guys got to do your part. And if you do your part, I'll do my part. And that's my kind of like pact that I make with the infinite. And sometimes you really need to delegate, you know, as Capricorns. And instead of delegating to physical beings, you can also delegate to your team. There's a huge team of people helping you, beings helping you, your ancestors, you can, whoever you connect with. And it's also their responsibility, but you know that you have to ask, right? Do you guys know this? You have to actually ask, and sometimes you have to ask out loud because they're not going to interfere necessarily unless you actually ask. So you have to say, hey, Baba Siddhi Chand, I could really use some help right now. And some of us know there's this really powerful mantra where you call on him and he's there. I mean, in a minute, in an instant. But same thing with like angels and whoever you work with. There's, you know, it's all the same, technically. It's all just a version of your infinite, most expansive, true self. So you're really actually just delegating to yourself. on the ultimate level. Make sense? Okay, so we use this mantra, Om Namo Gurudev Namo, to connect to that and to connect to all of those beings, which is really just you. So bring your palms together. Sit up nice and straight. I'm not gonna knock this crystal over, am I? Okay. This looks like pretty funny on here. Inhale deep. Exhale. Inhale to tune in. Om. 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 Inhale. Exhale. Now this is a protective mantra. Visualize pillars of white light surrounding you in every direction. Angure name, Jugangure name, Satgure name, Siddhi Gurudev name, Angure name, Jugangure name, Satgure name, Siddhi Gurudev name. Angure name, Jugagure name, Satgure name, Siddhi Gurudev name. Inhale. Exhale, keep your eyes closed, bring your hands to your knees. Now just connect to your purity, connect to your pure intention today. And from that purity, from that intention, just expand it out and see the sequence of how it's going to help so many other beings and benefit your community, your city, your family, your whole country, the world, and the universal grid of it all. Inhale, exhale. And please come lying on your back with your feet together. And flex your feet towards your head. Now you're going to make a firm O mouth with your lips, and then breath of fire through the mouth. Now, if you're on your cycle first, second, third day, then you're just going to do a long, deep breath. If you're pregnant, you'll also do the same thing. Otherwise, it's this breath of fire. Feet are together and flexed. Now continue with breath of fire and begin raising your legs up to 90 degrees and lower them down, back down to the ground. You're moving rhythmically with the breath. Inhale, hold both legs up. Now slowly lower your legs to the ground as you exhale. Now we keep going, but we're raising alternate legs up to 90 degrees. Same breath. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Now please come over onto all fours. We're coming into cow pose. So the spine is arched and the head is up. And extend one leg back, up and back as high as you can. And then switch legs. And continue this breath of fire through this circled mouth. So keep going.
Namo Gurudeva. Om Namo Gurudev, Namo Gurudev, 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 Namo Gurudeva.
Now keep going, but add the arms. It's the opposite arm raises with the opposite foot. Good.
Namo Gurudev, Namo Gurudeva. Om Namo Gurudev, 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 Namo Gurudev, Namo Gurudeva.
Inhale deep. Exhale, relax onto the heels. Inhale. Exhale. Now, carefully, slowly make your way up onto your feet. Heels are touching, toes are apart. This is a frog pose. And the fingertips are tented on the ground, just like Stephanie has in the room here. Fingertips are pressing. It's usually not flat palm if you can handle just the weight on your fingertips. Now, the face is forward. Inhale, rise the hips up, fold over the legs. Exhale, lower down, face forward, and look up. That's how you know you've completed one. Look forward, and then, exhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, fold over, inhale. Okay, 52 of these. Move rhythmically and rapidly.
Khanda Bahandang, Kadalakhandang, Ataranamandang, Barivandam, Bujidanda Akhandang, Hit Prachandang, Jotamandam, Banaprapang, Sukasanda, Karanang, Durimatarinang, Kilabik Haranang, Asasaranang. Jay Jay Jagakaran, Srastu Baranamam, Prataparan, Jetigam. Jatigam, 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 Jatigam. Jatigam, 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 Jatigam. Durjan Daladandan, Ashra Bahandan, Dustanagandan, Arbrate, Chirashu Marine, Patatu Tarine, Narakini Varine, Gurgate, Ache, Akande, Kijaprachande, Kandidande, Alagamate. Jaja Hosi Makasara Maridan, Ramak Pradan, Chatra Chate. Jatigam, 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 Jatigam. Jatigam, 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 Jatigam. Khagakhandavahandang Khatalakhandang Ataranamandang Bharakandang Bhujitandakhandang Tejprachandang Jotamandam Barakrapang Sukasanda Karanang Durimadarinang Kilabekaharanang Asasaranang Jaya Jaya Jagakaran Srastu Paranam Amrataparana Jayati Gang
More online. I love the thing about Zoom, you know, you could just turn your camera off. My favorite kind of Kundalini. Okay, when you're finished, just sit in easy pose. Pull your navel in, tuck the chin in, chest out, sit up nice and straight from the base of the spine to the top of the head, and lock yourself in the posture. Now, please extend your arms up to 60 degrees with the palms facing each other. Keep the arms straight, no bend in the elbows. Now, inhale, extend the arms up to 90 degrees. Exhale, lower them back to 60. Good. Now, keep doing that, but we're going to use this sound of Jap Sahib. Very sacred mantra of Guru Gobind Singh. We're going to move with the sound. Hold the arms at 60. Up, down, up, down, hold. Up, down, hold. Keep going like this. Up, down,
Namastanga ganje namastanga bhanje namastanga udare namastanga pare namastang soeke namastanga neke namastanga bhute namastanga jupe namastang nirkarme namastang nirbharme namastang nirdeshe namastang nirbheshe namastang nirname namastang nirkame namastang nirdhate namastang nirghate namastang nirdute namastang abhute namastang aloke namastang ashoke namastang nirtape namastang athape namastang tirmane namastang nidhane namastang agahe namastang abahe namastang tirvarge namastang asarge namastang prabhoge namastang sujoge namastang arange namastang abhange namastang agamye namasatyramye namastang jalase namastang nirase namastang ajate namastang apate namastang amajbe namasate ajbe adesang adese namastang abhese namastang nirdhame namastang nirbame namo sarvakale namo sarvajale namo sarvarupe namo sarvabhute namo sarvakape namo sarvakape namo sarvakale namo sarvapale नमस्ते देवे नमस्तंग भेवे नमस्तंग जन्मे नमस्तंग सुवनमे नमो सर्वगौने नमो सर्वभौने नमो सर्वरंगे नमो सर्वभंगे नमो काल काले नमस्तदयाले नमस्तंग अवर्णे नमस्तंग अमरणे नमस्तंग जरारंग नमस्तंग कृतारंग नमो सर्वधंदे नमो सतबंदे साके नमस्तं निर्वाके नमस्तं रहीमे नमस्तं करीमे नमस्तं अनन्ते नमस्तं महन्ते नमस्ते रागे नमस्तं सुहागे नमो सर्वसोखं नमो सर्वपोखं नमो सर्वकर्ता नमो सर्वहर्ता नमो जोग जोगे नमो भोग भोगे नमो सर्वदयाले नमो सर्वपाले चाचरी छंत प्रसाद अरूप हैं अनूप हैं अजू हैं अबू हैं अलेख हैं अभेख हैं अनाम हैं अकाम हैं
Inhale. Exhale, relax the hands down to the knees. You've just worked powerfully on the mental realm, training you to concentrate and gain control of your mind and sahibi, or control over your own domain. Now stay in easy pose, breathe long and deep, and meditate. Meditate to this moment.
Bring your troubles to me, child of God. I will hold you in my arms forever. The longing of your soul has finally brought you to my feet. Saints and angels are beckoning to thee. Himalaya, Himalaya, I'm as strong and holy as those mountains that you see. We can climb those steps to God, just give your heart to me. There's no reason to fear, child of God. Past is past and now it's time to leave it. Though you may be worried that someday we'll have to part, eternal love is dwelling in our hearts. Himalaya, Himalaya, I'm as strong and holy as those mountains that you see. We can climb those steps to God, just put your faith in me. Soon we'll be united, child of God. Worldly woes and cares are gone forever. Stars and moons will light our way throughout eternity. Grace of God will guide us through our path of destiny. Himalaya, Himalaya, I'm as strong and holy as those mountains that you see. We can climb those steps to God, those steps will set you free. Guru Gobind Singh sat in their midst. Hemkunt was his place. He made the cause
Inhale.
from nothing but
Exhale. Now keep your legs crossed and lie down on your back with the legs crossed. They're still in this position if you can do that. And put your hands over your heart. Relax and breathe long and deep.
Bring your troubles to me, child of God. I will hold you in my arms forever. The longing of your soul has finally brought you to my feet. Saints and angels are beckoning to thee. Himalaya, Himalaya, I'm as strong and holy as those mountains that you see. We can climb those steps to God. Just give your heart to me. There's no reason to fear, child of God. Past is past and now it's time to leave it. Though you may be worried that someday we'll have to part, eternal love is dwelling in our hearts. Himalaya, Himalaya, I'm as strong and holy as those mountains that you see. We can climb those steps to God. Just put your faith in me. Soon we'll be united, child of God. Worldly woes and cares are gone forever. Stars and moons will light our way throughout eternity. Grace of God will guide us through our path of destiny. Himalaya, Himalaya, I'm as strong and holy as those mountains that you see. We can climb those steps to God. Those steps will set you free. Guru Gobind Singh sat in their midst.
This life of mine has been blessed.
Stretch out your legs, stretch your body back into the room, into the Zoom. And stretch your legs side to side, draw your knees into your chest. And then sit up and you can just shake your legs out. We're going to prepare for the hidden lotus meditation, otherwise known as the Gupt Kamal Gyan Mudra. Yogi Bhajan taught this in 1979. So everything in Kundalini Yoga, we're not making it up. We're teaching as Yogi Bhajan taught. So this is a mudra that he gave. He said it gives the knowledge of the hidden lotus. We can use two different mantras with this. We can use the Ramadasa Sase, so hung, to free ourselves of mental, physical, spiritual shadows, which is what we're going to do today. But just so you're aware, you can also use the Harinam mantra, which becomes this it becomes this like recursive mantra. It's Harinam Satnam Satnam Hari Hari Harinam Satnam Harinam Hari Harinam Satnam Satnam Hari. And you have to chant that 3 times on one breath. So just for the record that exists. But we're going to use the easier mantra because we're all spaced already. And this Ramadasa mantra is known for creating healing. And we're going to chant it without a track because I can't really find a track that I love of it, to be honest, because the way that Yogi Bhajan teaches it, there's a very specific melody to it. It's Ramadasa, short sa, short breath. Sa, say, so, hung, and the hung, you pull the navel in, hung. And that last say, my teacher Tej says that in one of the sessions with Yogi Bhajan, he explained that if you don't do that part, the healing doesn't go in. It actually needs that say. There's certain melodies. And these melodies are passed down. I spend a lot of time with the Tibetan Buddhists, as some of you know. And there's certain melodies, even to Om Mani Padme Hum, everyone goes Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, right? That's the common one. But there's a whole other version of it that we learn where it's like Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. There's all these extra notes. These things matter, and they're passed on, in this type of way where the teacher's like, hey, by the way, you need the say, okay? So we're going to chant it ourselves so that we get that, we actually get that in. Oh, wow, Amaryllis online, she's saying that Portland's having a thunderstorm all through this class, and it's super rare. That never happens. Beautiful. That's great. Okay, so this is the mudra. The fingertips come together, but the palms are apart, and then the elbows are relaxed, and we're right at the heart with the mudra. Such a kind mudra, isn't it? We're not holding our arms up too heavy or anything. But the fingertips are spread apart equal distance, so they're not closed. They're open, and they're just kind of spread apart, and it's comfortable. And then 15 pounds of pressure on the fingertips. So that's you're actually getting the mudra then. Okay, 15 pounds is actually quite a bit, no? Okay, eyes are open on the tip of the nose, or just gazing towards the tip of the nose. And we're going to chant this Ramadasa mantra together. Ready? Sit up nice and straight. Ramadasa sa se so hum ra da sa se so hum ra sa se so hang ra da sa sa se so hang ra da sa sa se so hang ra da sa sa se so ra da sa sa se so hang 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 ra sa sa se so hang ra da 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 sa sa se so hang ra Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Relax. And please come lying on your back. In the spiritual world, this mantra is a jantra as a technical know-how, if chanted correctly, can heal mental, physical, and spiritual shadows and keep anyone clean, clear. And totally relax for gong. Bring your awareness back to your body. Move your fingertips and your toes. And roll your wrists and your ankles. And draw your knees into your chest. Bring them over to the left. Look over your right shoulder. Take a big inhale. Exhale. And switch sides. Inhale deep. Exhale, let it go. And rock forward and back. Come up to sit. And please dedicate this practice. Send it out to everyone, including your future self, past self, all of it.
All love surround you, and the pure light within you. Guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you. Guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you. Guide your way on. May the Lord
Inhale. Beautiful people. So we'll meet again. I have to look at dates. I don't know calendar. August 4th. I'm doing the first time ever, just a full day retreat, just one day. So normally we do 3-day retreats, 5-day retreats. I'm trying this out. I think just a full reset Sunday would be just what the doctor ordered. And so we're in the Lionsgate portal as of that time. I would like to also probably do a class on August 8th, maybe also August 1st, which is the anniversary of my teacher's death, Guru Jagat. I haven't been like up to teaching on that day the last 2 years, but I think I'm a little less emotional and maybe might be able to do it August 1st. So stay tuned for those kind of like pop-up classes, but if you can make it for the full day experience, it's going to be amazing. And we'll go out on the rocks. We'll do sadhana on the rocks. We'll have class here. We'll have community, lunch, all of it. It'll just be beautiful. So come spend the day and just, start your week the right way. And then I also have a continuing education teacher training coming up, which is open to everyone, but many of you have done the first level of the teacher training. And so if you've done that, then you also get that continuing education certificate, which is amazing. And otherwise you're just auditing it basically, if you're just popping in. I will allow day drop-ins for it. I know that over fall equinox, especially in Sedona, it's kind of like our Super Bowl or something, you know, it's like everyone's got a party and like I don't know where to go and like you know, like I don't want you to have to choose, God forbid. But if you just pay for the whole experience, you will have the online access as well, and then you get the replays and all of that, so you can come for as many of the days as you can. I think it's 5 full days for that training, and it's on the subtle body, which the reason that you feel so different right now is because your subtle body actually moved. And when your subtle body changes, everything changes. Health actually starts and ends in the subtle body. When someone has a weak subtle body, their physical body then starts feeling it. So if you're having like some sort of like weird physical manifestation, you actually need to look in the subtle body for where that's happening and then correct it there. And then everything else falls into alignment. So we'll be working with so many teachings around that. Each day is its own topic. I will be creating a more robust sales page for it and stuff, but you could also just sign up and make my life easier. Really, because the sales page is like, you know, it's kind of like redundant on a certain level and like unnecessary work, because like you guys know how you feel right now, you know that this is amazing technology. And so if you'd like to join us those days, we start, I think it's we start on one of the lunations, I think it's a new moon, and then go into the fall equinox. And we've hosted the fall equinox here now, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. This will be our fourth fall equinox. So that's really exciting here in Sedona. And we will do some work out on the rocks as well, because there's a reason that we're all here physically in Sedona. There's a major subtle body connection to this land here and elevation that happens. And of course, you can also join online as well for that training from anywhere in the world. You don't have to be here in Sedona. And we have a much more built out platform now where you can do the replays. And many of you have been doing replays of other things. Amarilla sent me such a nice message about, which one was it? It was the fall equinox, I think, actually. Yeah, it was the fall equinox from last year. She's like, oh my God, I just started rewatching it. Like, holy shit. I'm like, yeah, I mean, we did that. Like, it was amazing. And it's easy to kind of like forget it, because then you leave this room and you kind of like go into your, you know, very complicated, beautiful lives. But you know, please use the portal. I have it with all these classes. And then also there's free classes on the portal as well. I think the last thing I want to mention is that Nepal is open for booking and traveling, and we'll be going there on Yatra in April 2025, the first week of April. And sorry, March. I got the month totally wrong. I am spaced as well. March, starting March 1st. So it's March 1st to 11th. There's 2 options. You can do March 1st to 8th, which is the shorter version. And for that, you have super beautiful 5-star accommodations, the best accommodations you can find in Kathmandu, and best transportation, all of that. And then you need all of that, because then when you get out into Kathmandu, we're still in Nepal. I mean, it's a situation in Nepal. But we'll be on we're calling it the Tantric Mandala of Nepal, which for those of you who aren't familiar with that, it's like it's a yogic land. So every great yogi has traveled through Nepal. And they've made very specific stops at specific places, which have turned into different shrines, different yogini sites, different tantric caves where people would go and do these like crazy, you know, secret practices. And we can go to these places and reconnect, because many of us have been there before in other lifetimes. You feel it when you go to these places, right? In India, a few of you have come to India, you feel it when you're there. You're like, whoa, like, this is just a recollection of something I've already done. And so I've put together this program there where there's the 8-day version like that. And then for those who want to be hardcore and go for the full 11 days, then we trek out to the mountains. It's like this unbelievable drive through the mountains, across a river, and like everything out to Guru Rinpoche's cave, where he did secret long life practices with his consort Mandarava, a princess, and they achieved the Vajra body, which is the immortal self, in that cave. And it's one of the holiest places on the planet, because technically speaking, like so many of you love these rainbow body chankas, like there's one right here. That's Guru Rinpoche in rainbow body form. That happened in that cave. So like that's where the rainbow body was achieved. And so in terms of like holiest sites on this planet, you know, you have Bodh Gaya where Shakyamuni Buddha achieved enlightenment. You have the Maratika cave where Guru Rinpoche achieved rainbow body. I mean, it doesn't get much more profound than that. And Guru Rinpoche is incredibly connected to this yogic lineage of Kundalini yoga because many people believe that Guru Nanak is a reincarnation or emanation of Guru Rinpoche. So that's the link. And Guru Nanak is the first Sikh Guru. Guru Ram Das is the fourth Sikh Guru. Baba Siddhi Chand is Guru Nanak's son, aka a reincarnation of Guru Rinpoche's. See what I'm saying? Some people like get it. They're like, yeah, no, that checks out. And then other people are like, all right, whatever, whatever you say. But yeah, it's obviously this is all unconfirmed stuff. But I ask everyone I can when I go over to these, you know, to India and Nepal. I'm like, so do you think that? And they're like, yeah, maybe, yeah. And then there's some people who have said it to me directly, like different nuns and monks who are like, oh yeah, no, everyone knows that that's the case. It's like everyone, okay. So anyway, that's Nepal. That'll be March 1st to 11th. I'm accepting deposits for that now. And then there's limited spaces for that. So, okay, if you want to come, let me know. And I would love to show you just this most beautiful, amazing place on earth and let you have your incredible connection to it. Otherwise, see you in Sedona for more classes. I am here now until October. And I plan to do as many classes as I can right now, and then more and more as time goes on. So I'm very happy to see you guys in person. Thank you for joining online today. It's so great to see your beautiful faces. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Kathleen, Joey, Kirti, Kylie. Hello, Amaryllis, Mary Quinn, Julie, Candice. I hope you guys can all come in person. It would be so wonderful if I could just like pull you out of the screen and like put you in the room right now. It would be awesome. I'm doing that mentally. Okay, Satnam, happy full moon. Enjoy your day. Go spread some of this beautiful energy. Bye online.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wave online if you want to them. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Bye, guys.